We have the captains with us here from the two playing teams, along with the match referee.
Tails is the call and heads it is.
Not a bad toss to lose. Don't see the split changing a lot over the course of this game.
Ladies and gents.
It's the test matches.
There come the openers looking all...
Huge cheers from the crowd as the players make their way out into the ground. There's some nervous excitement in the air as both the teams will put on their best show to win here. Oh, the bowler's completely bamboozled the batsman here.
Really impressed with the field set by the skipper. Excellent captaincy.
That was a pretty good decision by the umpire. Given the fact that he's under a lot of pressure, I think he's handling it well.
Great defensive techniques shown by the batsman.
An easy single to just shuffle things along.
This field set demands a very tight line and length from the bowler.
Hit straight to the fielder.
Fielder placed at cover.
Couldn't find the gap and the fielder stops it easily.
Subscribe to Game Changer 5 YouTube for more updates and features.
He loves bowling from this end. Chopped it on! That was a loose stroke from the batter.
He is taking the long walk back to the pavilion.
He missed the line completely there and lost his stumps in the process.
Okay, the pace has been brought back into the attack from the other end.
Fielder placed at cover.
Good thinking by the batsman. They complete the single with ease. He just has to stick to the basics and play his natural game. He's playing it safe by sticking to just one.
Subscribe to Game Changer 5 YouTube for more updates and features.
He loves bowling from this end.
He has hit that straight to the fielder.
I tell you what, the slow ball won't be a bad option on this pitch.
Placed into the gap for a single. Good running. Chopped it on! That was a loose stroke from the batter.
He is disappointed and has to walk back to the pavilion. He missed the line completely there and lost his stumps in the process. Good ball, and that's the reason why the batsman has to walk back to the pavilion. Tapped back to the bowler.
I'm not sure I'd be wasting the new ball. I'd be inclined to get both fast bowlers on immediately.
He squeezed the ball into the gap for a single.
This field set demands a very tight line and length from the bowler.
The fielder collects that one, hits straight to the fielder.
What do you think about new teams like Afghanistan getting test status?
I think it's great for them. Small countries playing more and more cricket. Obviously, at this point of time, they're suited more for the shorter format. They've done well in recent short formats. They've got some radical players. They've got good spin bowlers, which I think takes their team to another level. But their recent performance in the longer format, not too impressive.
Played that really well and it found the gap all the way to the boundary.
So coming back to our conversation, Ireland got test status recently and they were quite impressive against Pakistan. I think they've got great potential. They played in their hometown in Belfast.
Fielder placed at cover.
Hit straight to the fielder.
Going back to what I was saying, and they did quite well. They almost won the match at some point. Looking back, you had Bangladesh. When they started, they were on the same levels. Today, they're a force to contend with. I think it's really good for the sport that more and more countries start participating and start showing their abilities on the biggest stage.
But do you think that they should be playing the stronger teams like India and Australia rather than weaker teams like West Indies and Zimbabwe?
It's interesting that you say West Indies being a smaller country, because if you look at a couple of generations ago, West Indies was a strength, was a power, with a team everybody feared, with their big, tall, fast bowlers and their calypso-style batting. But I guess this is how cricket evolves over a period of time. You see teams that have been the most powerful and elite today struggling for dominance.
Well, the batsman made a mistake. He gotta go back to the pavilion.
He is taking the long walk back to the pavilion.
He missed the line completely there and lost his stumps in the process.
And as I was saying, and with regard to your question about whether they should start with teams who are right on the top of their cricket, I think that's the whole point of Test cricket, and I think it'll only show these smaller teams coming in how cricket is meant to be played.
Yep, nicely into position and smashes it away. One of the keys is to roll the wrists, and when you hit it down like that, there's no danger in the stroke.
Going back to the topic, at the highest level, and it's something they wouldn't normally see at their domestic circuits.
Tapped back to the bowler.
This field set demands a very tight line and length from the bowler.
He's playing it safe by sticking to just one.
Fielder placed at cover.
Tapped back to the bowler.
Subscribe to Game Changer 5 YouTube for more updates and features.
He loves bowling from this end.
Couldn't find the gap and the fielder stops it easily.
Odd cutters might get extra bounce on this wicket. Placed into the gap for a single. Good running.
He has hit that straight